All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, Elsgary Millstone, and the South brothers doing this thing in sincerity, in truth, and with charity. Um, well, this verse in particular, this is what sparked the lesson. It's not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily, it touches on something different in one way, but this is what sparked the lesson. I read this, and it made me think about this topic, which is liberty. Now, in this section, Galatians 5, the liberty is talking about, being free from the yoke of bondage, talking about the law of sin to death, meaning you sin, you die. So we have liberty in the sense that we don't have to die for our sins. We have mercy, grace, love, and kindness. Those three things being the same thing. All right? Now, this liberty doesn't mean you can do what the hell you want to do. So it still ties in because that's the point. We have liberty, true liberty, to live as we should, not as we want. And that's the point. We have the liberty to live as we should. All right? We're not subject to the flesh. We don't have to be subject to the flesh. All right? Through the Spirit. All right? We can operate, I hate to say it like this, on a higher vibration, man. But it's Galatians 5:1. Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Mashiach hath made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. All right? And there's another thing that comes with that is, your sin, letting your sins weigh you down. You're thinking about the law, every detail about the law. You're gonna really feel like a complete failure because we can't keep the law perfectly, So having that bondage on you, that's a whole nother battle. All right? But through mercy and grace, we can continue to fight. But the liberty I want to touch on is being free from the flesh, man. Okay? Being free from the flesh. Remind me later. Yahweh Shai came to do what? Bring life. So we don't have to follow after our dead ways. We don't have to, we can actually live, man. And by live, I mean follow the Lord. Now, we may be dead to this world, but we are alive, man. In fact, let me get this first. This is Ephesians 2:1. And you had the quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins. We were the walking dead, literally. All right? Just going after the flesh. Just doing whatever the hell the flesh wanted to do, which is destruction. Look, the end of the punishment of sin is death, man. Plain and simple. Wherein in time past you walked according to the course of this world. We followed the worldly concepts. We followed the logic of America. To some extent, maybe not to the fullness, but look, we was gone. And no matter how you want, I didn't do this. Why? We was fucking through, man. Just one example. You get a tattoo. As soon as you get one, it's a whole spirit that hop on. You can't wait to get your next one. And that's a common experience. Because that's a thing of the flesh, That it's an evil spirit because essentially there's a law against it. That's an evil spirit. And you're subject to it. You don't know why. You just, I gotta get the next one. So then that's why some people got so many dumb fucking tattoos. Get one in your face. Get one here. Get this. It's that spirit, man. And that comes with, whatever wickedness. All right? Wherein in time past you walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience, among whom also we all had our conversation in time past, in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others. All right? So we was on a path of what we call today, in the truth of what we know now, because we've been awakened, 2/3. But the Most High, who was rich in mercy, for his great love, or what he loved us, even we were dead in sins, have quickened us, which means to make alive. All right, even we were dead in sins, have quickened us together with Mashiach. By grace ye are saved. I'll read this next one. And have raised us up together and made us sit together in heavenly places in Mashiach Yahushai. You know what? That in the ages to come he might show the exceeding riches of his grace and his kindness toward us through Mashiach Yahushai. And ages to come means reincarnations in the scriptures. Because Paul said the ages to come he might show the exceeding riches of his grace and kindness toward us through Mashiach Yahushai. And we avoid that C word, that's an idol. All right? The Hebrew word Mashiach is where the word Messiah comes from. And it means anointed. So they could have put either that, but they put this C word there because it's attached to an idol, man. A Greco-Egyptian idol. Okay? But, yeah, so we are quickened. We're made alive through Yahushai. How are we made alive? Because we no longer walk after the lust of our flesh. We no longer walk in sin. So we have to be destroyed. So on one level, that Colossians tied in because it's going to liberty. And the liberty Yahushua has granted us is vast. All right? It's just this is a touch on the fact that we no longer, have to follow after the flesh, man. Because Yahushua has brought us life. And that's the key thing. Being made alive, receiving life from Yahushua. Because the mindset of it all boils down to Wisdom of Solomon, the second chapter goes into it. The start of it all is what? Wisdom of Solomon 2. We're going to get to verse 2. And this is the wicked thinking. The ungodly. For we are born. Oh, no. I got to start at 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of a heart. So it all started with what? The fear of death. All right? And Satan, that's one of Satan's biggest tricks. To get you to fear death, the irony of it, so you can continue to follow after death. The YOLO spirit. You only live once, so just live it up. Do whatever you want to do. He used the fear of death to get you to operate in death. But Yahushua came to bring that life, man. All right? So let's grab that. Let's grab John 10 and Hebrews 2. Hebrews 1. All right, let me not rush. Let me read through it. Let me slow down. Yeah, okay, Hebrews 2. I rushed it. Looked right past it. Dang, so which do I read first? Well, let's get Hebrews 2. Hebrews 2, and we'll get closer to the point. 12. Saying, I will declare thy name unto my brethren in the midst of the church will I sing praises to thee. And again, I will put my trust in him. And again, behold, I am the children which the Most High hath given me. For as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same. So Yahushua came in the flesh, man. He wasn't no Greek mythology put together demigod, as they call it. A spirit came and had sex with a woman. No, that's not what happened, man. The Lord is way more miraculous than that. Anyway, that through death, he might destroy him that had the power of death, that is the devil. Okay? And this is the point. And delivered them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage. So a key factor in that bondage, being trapped in the mindset of just following after the flesh, like really trapped in it, because we still make mistakes. All right, which the Lord is going to actually deliver us from the bondage of this body of death, literally. But again, think about the world. Whatever your vice was, I use the tattoo example because that's something, I know a lot of people can relate to, and that's something I experienced. And I understand that because you talk about it, other people talk about it, but I understand as I came to the truth, that was the whole spirit. It was some people it's cigarettes, well, some people it's weed, whatever the case may be. Well, some people it's adultery. Some people really just like fucking other people, women. Like it's whatever the case may be. And really it's just all manner of wickedness. We just going from this one thing to this, whatever the flesh fucking lands on that fucking day. And then it's a sport. You get off on it, it's fun. Like the flesh is wicked, man. All right? But through Yahushua, we not wrapped in that anymore. So a just man falls 7 times, that's going to happen. We really got to get out these fucking bodies of death. But we are allowed to walk in the spirit, man, through the life that Yahushua has brought, man. By being raised again after his death. After his murder. For being murder for being righteous. Without sin. All right? Now we don't have that desire, that desire we can't shake. I gotta get this tattoo. Or that feeling, because even let's use smoking. A lot of Jake can relate to that. Sometimes you want to just have it, just that the feeling of having it in your hand, have you held it, you get used to it. That feeling of inhaling that smoke. Every now and then, Satan will pop that back up in your mind. Like, it may happen once every 2-3 years, but it'll pop up. It'll pop up for like a split second. Like, damn. Then you'll be like, hey, but it's so easy. It's like, I actually don't want to do that shit. But it'll pop up. See, in the world, you get that feeling, you automatically on it. You wake and bake, all type of shit, man. Rolling up, a lunch break, whatever the case may be. All right, we don't have that. We don't have to worry about that bondage no more. Well, we just gotta do it. The flesh wants this, so I gotta do it. The flesh on this time, so I gotta do it. We actually can curb the flesh through the spirit, man. All right, and that's because we believe in the life of Yahushua, which grants us liberty, man. Okay, so let's grab this. This is St. John 10:10. A thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. All right, so through Yahushua we have life. Dead to this world, yes, because this world is wicked. So it's not a lot we can really do. All right. especially to avoid temptation, especially because the shit just vexing. Now we not sitting around like fucking monks, but we do we avoid a lot of shit, man. All right, that's just a smart thing to do. That's just a smart thing to do. But we have life here, man. Okay. Well, what was the 2 Corinthians 4. This is 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 13. For we which live are always delivered unto death for Yahweh's sake. You know, the persecution, just the different things we deal with, right? That the life also of Yahweh shall not be made manifest in our mortal flesh, but through the Spirit we suffer, we continue to do this work to show that Yahweh Shai is working in us, man. So then death worketh in us, but life in you. So our elders, all this getting locked up and accused for 9/11 is crazy, but they suffered through it, and they kept teaching, and they used that as an example for us to endure, and it's truth. That's life working in us through their death. Just a quick example. And that shows the Spirit of Yahweh Shai in them and in us now. All right? Because we're enduring through all these things, man. We having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believed and therefore have I spoken. We having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believed and therefore have I spoken. So because we believe this truth, we teach it. What does the scripture say? Confession made unto salvation. All right, here's the point. What's all the point? But here's the main point that I want to grab. Knowing that he which raised up the Lord Yahweh Shai shall raise up us also by Yahweh Shai and shall present us with you. So Yahweh Shai died, yes, but Yahweh Shai lives, man, because he was raised. And that's the faith that we have. So we don't have to be subject to the flesh and bondage. We know we're not missing out. Because that's what the YOLO is. They got another acronym, FOMO. Fear of missing out. So it's like, oh, I got to try it. Maybe I'm missing out on something. Maybe this, maybe. There was a couple. They did what they did, they youth and whatever, but they made a pact with each other. When they reached a certain age, whether it was 70, 80, it was something. And they had a pact that they would try, it was either meth or crack. I believe it was meth. They said when they reached that age, they would try meth out. Now, I could be wrong. I forget this specific drug. It was a hard drug. It was meth or crack, something like that. It was crazy. All right? Because they had the fear of missing out. But they knew the dangers of it, but they still wanted to try it. That's the fucking flesh. Now, everybody might not hit the level of meth head with it, but that's what it's like to be subject to the fucking flesh. And we know that because we've been in the world and we were subject to the flesh, and we tried this and we tried that, and did this, did that. All right? Through Yahweh Shai, we don't have to deal with that, man. Because we believe that this ain't the end all be all. And it says knowing. We know this. We believe it and we know it. All right. That Yahweh raised up Yahweh Shai. And with Yahweh Shai, he's going to, Lord willing with the elect, he's going to raise us up. All right. And then we enjoy the earth as it's meant to be enjoyed. So we're not really dead here. We have liberty here. We have true life right before us. Because the Lord is about to bring the second death. To escape that is life. All right? We have true liberty here, man. Free from fucking sin. All right? For all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of many redound to the glory of the Most High. For which cause we faint not, but through our For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. So just as life, the older you get, as they say, you a day closer to death. All right? The outward man perish, and also just the affliction, all that. But we're renewed day by day. We increase in the spirit each day. We're refreshed each day. All right? More in the spirit each day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. So we have hope. And that's the thing. We're subject to hope. See, without hope is what we were in the world. So we just went after the flesh. All right? But now we have hope. We have understanding that there is life. We're not just stuck here in this cycle of death. So we're not missing out, man. This place is hell. That's why people go so hard. This place is hell. You're oppressed. So it's like, man, I need some type of release. They ain't got no hope. So they do whatever the fuck the flesh want them to do. Satan made the ultimate trap. America is the ultimate trap. But we're free from it because we have this faith, this hope right here, man. Yeah, I can finish it out. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. And that's plain. So let's grab 1 Corinthians 15. First Corinthians 15:29. Else, what shall they do which are baptized for the dead? If the dead rise not at all, why are they then baptized for the dead? And why stand we in jeopardy every hour? I protest by your rejoicing, which I have in my Yahweh Lord, I die daily. If after the manner of men I have fought with beasts at Ephesus, what advantage me if the dead rise not? If this is the end all be all, we're not going to live again. Paul say what? Let us eat and drink for tomorrow we die. Then he says, go enjoy this present world. Don't worry about it. Live it up. Why are you suffering to do these things if you're just going to die, right? The point is, be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. That's not the case. All right? There is a raising up. Awake to righteousness. And Christians use the scripture to talk about curse. That's not what this. It clearly just explains what it's talking about. People saying just the wrong thing, saying that there's no resurrection or the resurrection is past. That's the corrupt communication. It's talking about lies, false doctrine. Awake to righteousness and sin not. For some have not the knowledge of the Most High. I speak this to your shame. You say, son, y'all was going off, man. Evil communication corrupt good manners. So you could have been brotherly. But if you're teaching false doctrine, especially something as important as the resurrection, speaking against it, your good manners don't mean nothing. But some man will say, how are the dead raised up? And with what body do they come? Well, what body they gonna have? They bones though. It's just bones there. They body withered away. It's just bones and worm. How they gonna come back? Thou fool! That which thou sowest is not quickened except it die. And that which thou sowest the body that it shall be, but bear grain, it may chance of wheat or some other grain. That was added in italics, but some other grain. But the Most High gave it to the body as it had pleased him, and to every seed its own body. And you just watch how a seed transforms from that seed to whatever type of seed it is, whatever you planted. All right? And that shell basically, it's a shell. The seed is a shell. What's inside, it transforms, it grows, it sprouts, whatever. That's what it boils down to. That's us, man. We're going to be changed. That's what Paul is going into. We're going to be changed, man. All right? So either way, whether we're here on earth, Lord willing, with the elect, walking, or if a brother is passed in the grave, we both shall be changed, new bodies. We just gonna have an instant change, Get a new form like Cell, for Dragon Ball Z or Frieza. We're gonna have a new form, man. Twinkle of an eye. Nevertheless, we're gonna be different, man. Okay. But yeah, that was the point on this verse. It's just section. It was verse 30. 32. Yeah, he said, yeah. What's the point? What advantage me if the dead rise not? Let us eat, drink for tomorrow. Like, look, if that's the case, then the fear of FOMO and YOLO would be true. If there's no resurrection and YOLO and FOMO, that's the right spirit. But through Yahweh Shai and him being raised up, we know that's not correct. All right? So that fear of death is the reason why these people out here bugged out. People don't want to miss out. They got to have it now. Get it how you live by any means, etc. All these sayings these motherfuckers got. Because they fear death. And they're covetous. And they believe this is the end all. This is what glory must be had is right now. But we understand that we have life, man. That we have true liberty. That we're free from that cycle, man. So basically, I'm done, through the spirit. But I do want to grab. I know there's a couple more. That Peter. And then, yeah. Okay, so this 2 Peter 2 and 18. For when they speak great swelling words of vanity, they allure through the lust of the flesh, through much wantonness, those that were clean escaped from them who live in error. And wantonness is basically lust. All right? Like a lustful eye, Unbridled lust, that's what I want to say, but I thought that was lasciviousness. Oh, it's the same. Lasciviousness is part of it. That's why. I the spirit raw. I knew it. Unbridled lust. All right? While they promise them liberty, they themselves are the servants of corruption. So that's what America tells you. All right? Oh, you're free. You have liberty. And what they're telling you is to go after wickedness. So it's not really liberty, man. They're putting you in corruption. You're just now subject to the flesh. You're subject to wickedness. All right? That's not liberty. But that's the guise they come in. All right? Another trick of Satan. Look at this level of freedom. You're a free bird. Do as thou wilt. Meanwhile, what you can't. You're not allowed to be a man. You're not allowed to discipline your children. These are the restrictions that the West put on you. All right? You're not allowed to rule your household. All right? You have to simp to women. You have to agree and accept sodomites. You're transphobic. They tell you transphobic if you don't want to deal with a man that had a surgery that inverted his rod and now his delusion, he calls himself a woman. You're the problem if you don't want to deal with him. No, that's transphobic. That's being subject to corruption, man. That's crazy. On top of now you just falling after the flesh, doing whatever the flesh want to do, and having no discipline, man. Just fucking dumb as a bag of rocks. Right? For of whom a man is overcome, of the same is he brought in bondage. And King David said it best, man. He'd rather be a doorkeeper in the Lord's house for a day. All right, being the Lord's servant, being in bondage to the Lord, I mean, it's freedom. Like, it's no, like King David said it best, because there's no analogy I can make for it. Well, King Solomon's servants, they thought that when the queen came, she didn't know who the king was. She thought his servants was king. So imagine how much grander that's going to be as we're servants of Yahweh Shai, but then we're going to be called what we are, but it's going to be shown that we're what? Joint heirs. True freedom. But this is the word for liberty here. True, Strong's G 1657, Eleutheria.
Strong's G 1657, Eleutheria.
True liberty is living as we should, not as we please. That's true liberty, man. All right? Because to truly be free is to have the truth. It's to follow what's right. We're made sovereign under the Lord. So that's true freedom. All right, and let's end it on this. This is John 8. And 31. Then say Yahweh Shai to those Jews which believed on him, if you continue in my word, then are you my disciples indeed, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. They answered him, we be Abraham's seed, and were never in bondage to any man. That's an American mindset. Here we go for one. Romans ruling over them. Talking about they not in fucking bondage. But Yahweh Shai was even deeper than that. They answered him, we be Abraham's seed, and were never in bondage to any man. How sayest thou, ye shall be made free? Yahweh Shai answered them, verily, verily, I say unto you, whosoever committeth sin is the servant of sin. And the servant abideth not in the house forever, but the Son abideth ever. If the Son shall make you free, ye shall be free indeed. Joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. Counted as sons of Yahweh. This is the liberty that we have, man. Free from sin, so we can walk in grace and be counted as sons of Yahweh. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, it was great millstone. And Sausage Brothers doing this thing in sincerity and truth and with charity. Shalom wa Baba Ball.